What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, very quickly before we hop into the commentary, just want to thank each and every one of you guys who actually took time out of your day yesterday to go ahead and tune into my live stream. I know it was Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys had a fantastic time spending it with your family and friends. But for those who actually took like at least 10, 15 minutes out of your day to spend it with me and wish me happy Thanksgiving and even just vibe with me, it meant the world to me. You guys are fantastic. But if you guys want to go ahead and see me live stream this brand new update that happened in Battlefield 2042 once again, I will be live streaming it today for probably another 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours of grinding it out, testing out, seeing how the update actually feels and handles. So if you guys want to be a part of that, the link to my Twitch channel is down in the description. But I think today has been the longest time I've been able to grind Battlefield 2042 in one sitting since the actual beta. Ever since this game has released, I can only stand about, like, I would say 3 hours, not even. Within the first 10 to 20 minutes, I'm already complaining and just whining about the overall gameplay because obviously, as I always say, the guns feel like crap. It was a complete 180 turn from what they had in the beta, and it just didn't feel good whatsoever. It completely threw me off, and it pulled a World War III scenario where the game was amazing in the beginning, but obviously since they changed it up, I just couldn't have the same amount of fun that I did previously. But obviously, DICE went ahead and addressed this, and they said they didn't really have a set time for when they're going to work on the bloom of the weapons, but they're going to go ahead and touch upon them. I actually talked about a couple of videos ago because DICE released a blog post stating a bunch of the different changes they were going to put in Update 2. Now, this wasn't the biggest update for this game. Update number 3, which is coming out, I believe, in the beginning of December, more towards the middle of December, is going to be the biggest update that we've seen in a long time, covering a lot of performance issues and stuff like that, which isn't going to help the overall picture of the game, but it will be massive, tremendous for the overall performance of the game. But update number 2, the one that you're watching right here, was much tinier, but I gotta say, it was just a complete game changer, and it really gave me the same passion and love that I had for this game that I had previously when I played the beta. Like I said, I haven't been able to play this game very long at all. In the first 10-20 minutes, I'm already complaining. This whole time, 6+ hours before I switched to Halo Infinite during the stream, I was able to play non-stop Battlefield 2042 with nothing but positivity. It felt amazing. It felt exactly like I wanted this game to be. Now, I will be honest, this game should have not released like this whatsoever. There was no reasoning for the bloom to be horribly affected in the original build of the game. It was perfectly fine the way it was. I don't understand why it changed or what went through their minds to think it should change, or maybe it was a mistake along the way, but whatever it was a mistake that should not have happened. But I can't lie, I am very happy because they resolved the issue here. Now, on my live stream the other day, I went ahead and played through all of the weapons. If you guys don't know, the ARs, LMGs, and also some of the DMRs were completely unusable, untouchable. I didn't even want to bother trying them out. And the ones I did try out just made me want to puke. That's how bad they were. After this update, I've been able to successfully use every SMG, every assault rifle, every LMG, every DMR, and I didn't really test out the sniper rifles because I think they were good to begin with, and the shotguns didn't really get affected at all. But every assault rifle, DMR, and LMG have been perfectly fine-tuned with less bloom. Now, is it as good as the beta? No. It's not as overpowered as it used to be. In the beta, you could literally hold down R2 or, left click on your mouse, whatever you use, and just spray people down with no problem whatsoever. In this version of the build, you can't do that. But I think this is what they intended the gameplay to feel like in the first place. It's supposed to be a mix of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, where you can't fully auto your guns at certain ranges. You're supposed to tap fire or burst fire. But in the initial build that we all saw, that didn't work. But they tuned that. They tuned the bloom so when you tap fire, it works a little bit better. When you move and strafe while shooting, you can control recoil and also bloom a lot better. So it feels perfect, almost identical to Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, which is not a bad thing at all. It's not as mindless as it was in the beta where you could just, straight up blow people away with your guns. You have to actually think and know your weapon in order to be successful. You have to know burst patterns, single fire patterns, or even fully auto distances for all your weapons, and it feels great to master them. Finally, I can't believe it, but finally DICE nailed it. But the real question here is Battlefield 2042 worth purchasing yet? If you've been waiting to go ahead and buy this game because you heard a lot of bad reviews, I'm sure you're wondering what the hell is going on with this title. And gunplay was definitely one of them. But I gotta say, if you haven't purchased it yet, it's still not worth it in my personal opinion. The biggest update is coming out in the middle of December, so I personally think that you should wait either until the next upcoming sale for Battlefield 2042 or something of that sort, or just wait until the next update comes out, because that's going to be for all performance issues, which is still a massive problem in this game. Just because DICE has fixed the weapons doesn't mean the game is finally polished off. There is still tons of work to make sure this game is playable, and the weapon balancing and, bloom was just a minor fraction of the overall picture here when it comes to making sure this game is good. Was it a big problem in my personal opinion? Yeah, I think gunplay is one of the most important factors, but also the optimization, performance, frames, servers, connection, all that stuff is also extremely crucial for a good FPS game, and all that stuff is still horrible. The lag, the rubber banding is disgusting, and even after they fixed the bloom, the hit registration is still really bad. The guns feel solid, but when you're firing at people, you still have ghost bullets, and just... the game still has tons of work to be done. But if you already purchased the game and you're wondering if it's worth coming back, yeah, I think it's worth going ahead and retrying it again, if you already obviously purchased it. Like I said, there's still tons of performance issues, but the gunplay overall is really solid, and all of the guns are usable now. They're really fun. They need to solve the overall issues of this game, because even though the gunplay is fun, like I said, when it comes down to how the fights feel, it's really hard for me to describe this, but the way the fights feel just feels so clunky and non-responsive compared to a game like Halo Infinite or Call of Duty Vanguard or any other AAA developed game, or even an indie developed game like World War III. All of these games, when it comes to the responsiveness of the mouse or the way your analog feels or the firing feels on the controller, just, oh man, in Battlefield 2042, it feels so off. It feels almost delayed. And it feels like you have bad connection, but when I check my ping, I'm running 20-30 ping all the time. It's just the game itself, like I said, between the rubber banding and gunfights feeling like, your mouse is delayed, it's input lag on your mouse 24/7, it just doesn't feel solid. It doesn't feel smooth. It doesn't feel like it felt in the past in the beta, and it doesn't even feel like any of the past Battlefield titles either. Battlefield 1, a World War I shooter, felt smoother than Battlefield 2042 when it comes to mouse and keyboard. It's a lot of performance things that have to be resolved in order for this game to be successful. But the one thing that was holding me back the most from playing this game on a daily basis was obviously the gunplay. I made it very obvious in all my commentaries, and I made it extremely obvious in all of my live streams. Like I said, in the first 10 minutes, I'm always complaining about it. The gunplay was crap. So now that this is resolved, partially better, there's still some work to be done, but it's much better than what it was before. Now that that's resolved, I can now go and stream this game daily, if I truly want to, or even play this on the regular, to enjoy myself, to actually have a fun experience. Now we just have to worry about polishing off the game and making sure it's ready, especially for the holiday season, because let's be honest here, by the time Christmas comes around, if the bugs and issues and performance of this game is not polished off and is not running properly, it's not going to make any sales. People are not going to be purchasing it. Nobody's going to be getting it as a gift. Nobody's going to be asking for this game because nobody wants a piece of crap, especially when there's games like Halo Infinite that are free to play and Call of Duty Vanguard that are releasing with tons of content, tons of weapons, 16 plus maps, and also more to come within the next upcoming seasons. Regardless if you like these games or not, or if they're broken, buggy, or if you don't enjoy their styles, they are more complete than Battlefield 2042 is. So this is serious right now, DICE. If you truly want to be competitive when it comes to the FPS marketplace, you must resolve the bugs and the issues, because if you don't, you're going to be in for a very rough time when it comes to the overall performance of how this game turns out. But at the end of the day, I have to say thank you, DICE, because seriously, not many development teams go out of their way to work on their games as quickly as you guys did. It would take any Call of Duty development team months on end in order to just do this tiny change of just making sure the weapons feel nice. You guys did it within the next couple of weeks. I mean, shoot, Call of Duty Vanguard had bloom for a very long time, and people were complaining about that since day one, and it took them, like I just said, a month plus to even address it and work on it, while you guys literally changed it in a heartbeat. So I gotta say, I'm very happy about that, and the fact that you guys are acknowledging these problems, unlike other development teams who like to hide or just not even bring these things to light, you guys are actually telling us, yes, there is performance issues on PC. Yes, the bloom is crap in this game. Yes, these things are currently happening. So we know we aren't going crazy, and we know that there's going to be a set time, or at least a time somewhere down the road, that there will be a fix for these issues. So with that being said, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And I'm pretty sure the majority of the community appreciates that as well, because none of this stuff that you guys are doing is negative in any way, shape, or form. But guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games and do over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.